Hi everybody, this is Father Warner D'Souza. We are now at the end of this week and we are looking at the text from Matthew chapter 17 verses 14 to 20. The Italian High Renaissance master Raffaello Sanzio da Urbino, in his last earthly masterpiece, captured this narrative in the lower register of the great painting of the Transfiguration. In the upper register of the painting and dominating it is the narrative of the Transfiguration. And then there is this story in the bottom register. While the painter may have subordinated this narrative to the great narrative of the Transfiguration, he certainly understood the importance of the issue at stake. Faith, after all, is not a trivial matter. Jesus has taken Peter, James, and John up the mountain. It is here that they experience the Transfiguration. Already we get a sense of the personal transformation as a result of the Transfiguration experience. Petulant Peter, who had been chastised in Caesarea Philippi for harboring his own ambitions, is now a humbled man. He addresses Jesus as Lord, not as teacher, and is now submissive and even suggestive. He says to Jesus, "If you wish, I will make 3 dwellings." The 9 other apostles were still at the foot of the mount. They had no idea what had just taken place and are blissfully unaware of the deep personal experience of the 3 apostles. While this great mystical experience was taking place on the mount, they were struggling to heal an epileptic on the plains. It's ironic that they could not heal the boy, for they had already received in chapter 10 the power to cast out demons. What then seemed to be the problem? Interestingly, what the disciples failed to recognize, the father of the boy with epilepsy did. He does not greet Jesus with the customary rabbi, but calls Jesus Lord. This is the same title that Peter greeted the transfigured Lord. The simple man of faith had not trudged with Jesus over the Galilean countryside as he preached and healed. He must have simply heard of Jesus, had faith, and believed. This is the point the gospel of today wants to make. Faith is not the prerogative of theologians and religious. In fact, it may just about elude them completely. The disciples had been with the Lord long enough. They had their mandate from Him and were schooled by Him, yet they failed to deliver. Their little faith is contrasted with the faith of the father of the sick boy. His faith moved him to move the mountain, literally, and his son was healed. It is not the first time in the Gospel of Matthew that Jesus chastises the disciples for their little faith. He has repeated the exact words numerously. So why then is Matthew raising this issue again and again? Surely this puts the disciples' faith in poor light. You see, Matthew had the bigger picture in mind. His persecuted community had been repeatedly battered by challenges. Faith was hard to hold on to in the face of perpetual danger. But then again, faith is precisely what they needed. In repeating the struggles of the apostles throughout the gospel, Matthew gives his community the encouragement they seek. In portraying the fledgling faith of the apostles themselves, hope for their own faith struggles is provided. Desperation is now translated to deliverance. I want to thank you so much for being part of these daily reflections, but I would love it very much if you could subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. But here's what you can do to help us be a partner in this ministry. Send by WhatsApp or any other social media medium these reflections to your friends. It boosts the Word of God and touches the lives of many people who hear it. Thank you for being our partner, and God bless you.